What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another talking point. Today I'm going to be going over the quality of our questions determine the quality of our life. This is a quote that I've heard from Tony Robbins, and really just an overall part of life, an overall meaning, overall segment of life that the quality of our questions can determine a lot in our life. What kind of questions are we asking ourselves? What effects are they going to have on our lives? And then why should we care about the questions that we're asking ourselves? How should we do it, etc. That's going to be a few things that we're going over in this video. First off, I heard this really and took it to heart back in the spring, like 6 months ago. So I'm speaking a lot about from my experience in the past, about 6 months of my life, which is, depending on when you're watching this is right when COVID hit. So right in the beginning of March. I remember I heard a podcast really early on. It was a question. Do I want to look at this time, meaning this quarantine time, as something where I just kind of sat there, or do I want to look at it as a sacred time in my life? And I was like, wow, what would make it be a sacred time in my life? So it's think about a time in your life where you look back and maybe it was a book that you read, maybe it was a person you met, maybe it was a sports season or a challenge season in your life. What was the time in your life that you look back and it was something sacred, something you learned something that you still find valuable today, that you still use in daily life? Maybe that got you the dream job you wanted. Maybe you got the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the husband, wife that you wanted just from being in that sacred moment, that sacred space in your life. So that question alone was already an awesome question. And it gave me an awesome answer, and that's kind of what I want to dive into first. What you ask for is what you get, right? Ask and you shall receive. The quality of your questions is the quality of your life. I've heard, if you ask outrageous questions, awesome questions, amazing questions, you're gonna have awesome, amazing, outrageous answers, right? If you ask shitty questions, you're gonna get shitty answers. Dumb answer or dumb question gets you dumb answer. All these things we've heard, and they all really make a lot of sense, especially when you are asking yourself these questions through your life. Think about the difference between someone asking, why is this happening to me, and why is this happening for me? Think about a time in your life where you've gone through something extremely challenging. Maybe it was a family member dying. Maybe it was you failed a test that you could have gone into next level graduate school for. Maybe it was you got broken up with, or maybe you hurt yourself and got injured, or whatever it is. Someone died. Maybe you got raped. Maybe it's something that no one would ever wish on you, right? None of those things. There's relative levels to it, right? Think about that time, and then now ask yourself, or think about the difference between asking yourself, why did this happen to me? What kind of answers you're gonna get? Really ask yourself that. Think about that time and ask yourself that. And then now, once you come with an answer, I want you to ask yourself, why did this happen for me? Think about that difference. What kind of difference is that answer going to come up with? What kind of reality, what kind of meaning, what kind of sustenance, what kind of substance are you going to create for yourself to fuel on and to move off of, right? That's a big difference there. And even with severity of things, like I'm reading a book right now about the Holocaust, Man's Search for Meaning. In Tony Robbins' money book that I read 2 books ago, he was talking about the Rwandan genocide, where a girl watched her whole family get killed, and they chopped her neck with the machete, and she survived. She had to crawl out under dead bodies of all her friends and family and relatives. And even just saying this, I can't even comprehend. I can't comprehend that, but she had to do that. And she crawled out, and she survived, and she lived on grass for like a week as she heard the screams of her friends and family getting killed for a week. And she lived in the mountains. And then, oh man, it's choking me up just thinking about it. And then she, with the Sandy Hook shooting a couple years back in the US, when, more kids were killed, there was this kid there, and I think it was either his older brother or his little brother was with him, and he told the other kids to run because he saw that the guy's gun got jammed, or he was reloading, and he put himself out there by yelling, saying, "Run!" because everybody was hiding, and he saved 10 kids' lives right there. And then he got shot because he put himself out there. So this kid that survived, his brother was the one that died, got in contact with, and that's just an act of heroism right there. He got in contact with the girl from the Rwandan genocide who was older at this point, and it was him and his parents and everything who had lost, the brother, and she was comforting him and saying, "Hey, I understand, all this is happening." And I don't remember how it exactly worked out, but she had said to him something along the lines like, "Well, whenever this happened to me, I asked myself quality questions, right? Because I wanted quality answers. Not why did this happen to me? Things like, why did this happen for me? How can I use this to grow myself and to give back immensely and massively to others? How can I truly heal and move on from this in order to heal and help other people move on," right? It's not that you're forgetting it. It's more that you're forgiving the thought process of the situation. You're freeing yourself from the mental prison that you create and allowing yourself to use that energy to help others, as she was helping him. And she started a school for girls, and I think it was either a school or a business for girls, and she's helping many Rwandan orphans, both girls and boys, work and then pay for school. And it's just beautiful how she took that experience in her life where her whole family was killed in front of her, and she got her neck chopped off for no reason. They're just existing, just living their life. And that happened, and now she's using her life to give to others. She's using her experience, her generosity, her love, her joy, her grace in order to give other people those feelings of joy, grace. Real quick, close your eyes with me. I want you to just think about the word grace. Think about the word joy, grace, peace, prosperity, whatever comes to mind for you. What is that emotion that you would love to feel? What is that emotion that would give you just a golden sense of light in your heart? Like your heart is vibrating with golden light and love and passion and enjoyment. It's electrified. It's spontaneous with love. It's magical. What would that emotion feel like for you? What would it feel like now to give to others? Imagine that feeling now. Think of someone that's very close to you, your mom, dad, parent, brother, sister, cousin, family member, teacher, your athlete that you coach, your grandpa, your grandma, whoever it is, someone you met on the street. How would it feel to give that same feeling that you're feeling in your heart, and you know that they feel in your heart based off something you did? How would that feel? How would that feel to know that they are extremely happy and overflowing with joy? They can't even contain it. They just start laughing so hard because they're so joyful. They're laughing, or they're crying because they're laughing so hard and so happy and smiling. Picture it. What would it look like? What would their body be doing? What would your body be doing? How would you be breathing? How would you stand? How would you talk? How would you smile? What would your face do? Feel it. Enjoy it. Become it. Experience it. It's real. All these things are real. All these questions give you real tangible feelings, real tangible answers, results. And you being in that state gives yourself the opportunity, enacts yourself to be able to help others, right? If I'm in a beautiful state, what kind of life am I going to live? Whereas if I'm in a tired state or a complaining state or a negative state, as we all say, if I'm focusing on what's wrong in my life, if I ask myself that question, what's wrong, I'm going to get a totally different answer than what's great in my life. What's magical in my life right now? What's awesome? What's amazing? What's beautiful about this situation versus what are these people saying about me, or what did I mess up on, or what could I have done better? Those are all great questions. Even the what could I have done better, what could I enjoy next time growing upon that I can use to give myself more total sustenance, total enjoyment, total peace after I talk to that person, or after I do that project or give that presentation. What's going to be the difference in that answer? Well, it's going to be a whole world of a difference. This is something that has transformed my life immensely, brought me to places I didn't even know existed. I've broken out of patterns that I've had for my whole life, identity that I've always said I was, things I always thought I said, reactions I always thought I had in certain situations, right? If I ask myself quality questions, the right quality, amazing, spectacular questions, I'm gonna get spectacular results, right? And this has allowed me to transform my life immensely. Like I said, places I didn't even know existed beforehand. This is something that will improve your life, that will bring you more joy, will bring you more overall credit, overall fulfillment, meaning in life, if you let it. And that's the beauty. It's up to us. We have the ability, we have the gift to ask yourself quality questions. Final thing. Now, how do we do that? How do I make it practical? Well, ask yourself, even just in your mind right now, or write it down, whatever you want. How could I easily and consistently do this and enjoy the process every single day of asking myself quality questions? Whether it's right when you wake up and you have a sticky note on your mirror or a sticky note on your ceiling, whatever it is, what can I immensely and thoroughly enjoy and cherish today? Whatever the question is, whatever area of life you want to put it in, how can I create immense and immaculate and wealth and financial and relationship and nutritional and vibrant physical health today? How can I enjoy filling my buckets in all those areas today? Whatever the question is, really become practical. Write it down. Ask yourself right now, how could you do it every single day? For me, it's journaling. I don't do it every single day. I do it a lot. And there's periods of my life where I don't do it, but I feel it. I don't feel as wealthy. I don't feel as peaceful. I don't feel as connected to life. Once you start asking yourself these questions, you then become more connected to life. You then become more immensely wealthy in all areas of life. You then become more joyful, exuding confidence and joy. That is the beauty of asking yourself quality questions, whether it's through journal, writing it down, whether it's through asking yourself in the back of your mind, whether through getting other people to ask you, whether through going through challenges and then taking a seat down and meditating on it and asking yourself questions in your head. Whatever works with you, do it. One thing I can recommend about writing down is that you get it out of your head. You actually write it on paper and you don't even think about it. There is no thought, it's just you answer. What is beautiful about this situation? Okay, well, I'm gonna come up with an answer, I'm gonna write it. I don't even have to think about it, it just flows out of me. And that's the beauty of being able to write about it. That's the beauty of being able to unload my mind and journal about it. That works with me, whether it's meditation, whether it's talking to yourself, whatever will work with you. And again, the quality of your questions determines the quality of your life. If you ask yourself a quality question about how can I make this a true, efficient, simple reality to include in my life now after watching this video, you're gonna get a quality answer. Much love you guys a lot. Peace.